Owen Hill from the box.
Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name's Can-Am and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown. I'm from Tonawanda Seneca Reservation and I play for the Tonawanda Braves.
Corey Becker, Niagara Falls, New York.
Mason Allmer from Haudenosaunee.
My name's Avery, and I'm from Tonawanda Braves. Gates Abrams, and I'm from down below.
Tony Anderson, Tonawanda.
Mike Small, I'm Ford. Onondaga, play for Tonawanda Braves.
Nathan Grennan, the box, baby!
Bruce Johnston, Village of Akron. Roger Hill, Tonawanda Braves.
Lee Abrams, Tonawanda Braves.
Jake Habermel, Tonawanda Braves 18.
Les Brown, Tonawanda Braves.
Art Jonathan, Tonawanda Braves. Go Braves.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, times.The Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them the Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at times.The Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Grams Group and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given the Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you? Where you from?
Kent Tuscarora Nation.
Cole Watson, Whippy, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda.
Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abram, Tonawanda.
Jason Chado, Hamburg, New York. Tyler Johnson, I'm a cookie out. Zach Belter, Wheatfield. Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Seneca Falls.
Jake Lazar, Possession. My name is Danny Jimerson, I'm from Tonawanda.
Ian Dolak, West Seneca, New York. Calvin Jonathan, Tonawanda.
Owen Hill from the box.
Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name's Can-Am and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown. I'm from Tonawanda Seneca Reservation and I play for the Tonawanda Braves.
Corey Becker, Niagara Falls, New York.
Mason Allmer from Haudenosaunee.
My name's Avery, and I'm from Tonawanda Braves. Gates Abrams, and I'm from down below.
Tony Anderson, Tonawanda.
Mike Small, I'm Ford. Onondaga, play for Tonawanda Braves.
Nathan Grennan, the box, baby!
Bruce Johnston, Village of Akron. Roger Hill, Tonawanda Braves.
Lee Abrams, Tonawanda Braves.
Jake Habermel, Tonawanda Braves 18.
Les Brown, Tonawanda Braves.
Art Jonathan, Tonawanda Braves. Go Braves.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them the Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at Bud Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Graham's Approved and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given to Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the 2025 Akron High School varsity team, Section 6 back-to-back champions 2 years in a row, and Gary Sundown. Congratulations. Thank you very much for the sponsorship. We'd also like to take a moment and recognize our first responders for all they do in the community. Thanks to all of our sponsors, and please support your local teams and sponsors.
A good evening and welcome here to Logan Field as we are almost set to get underway here for game number 5 between the number 1 seeded Tonawanda Braves and the number 2 seeded Allegany Arrows. Hello everyone, my name is Trevor Bunt. So happy to be joining all you fine folks here tonight for what should be a thrilling game of lacrosse between Tonawanda and Allegany, the two best teams here in the Can-Am Lacrosse League this season, duking it out one more time as Allegany looks to try and finish off this series and take home back-to-back Can-Am Lacrosse League championships. Tonawanda looks to keep their season alive. Anthony Patterson gets the first shot, might have a second opportunity, but the ball just skips past him. Patterson will scoop up the loose ball and give Tonawanda the fresh shot clock. Gates Abrams looking to get in tight. Abrams flips it over to the far side. Waylon Abrams working on Sherman Williams, goes back to Gates. Pass for Grennan, save made by Goa. Abrams getting the start in between the pipes tonight for Allegany. Goa has been excellent for the Arrows since making his first start in this series, and he has been a big reason why the Arrows hold a 3-1 advantage here in this best of 7 as that pass goes off a dome in the middle of the floor. As we hope everyone's all right, looks to be the case. As Ian Dolak applying some heavy pressure on Chris Cloutier. Shot goes wide, follow-up as well, wide from Chris Atwood. And out of play, ball to Tonawanda. The Braves had a very rough go of it down in Allegany, losing in game number 3 by a 15-6 final. And then it was a rout in game number 4, 22-11. Braves have to be much better here in game number 5 if they want to extend the series. Reset given here, and now our officials counting it down manually as it was blocked in front, but it does not matter. Ball is thrown over and back by the Braves, and possession will go to Allegany. The Arrows, a very impressive offensively and defensively as well. That man, Lane Smith, has been a major catalyst in this Arrows offense. A lot of the talk has been around Chris Cloutier, Chase Fraser, but Lane Smith has provided some big-time production for the Arrows this finals. 8 goals for him. Zach Terry looking to get on the board here, but Goa Abrams says no. Terry has had an uncharacteristically quiet finals series so far. Only 2 goals for him. He might have some more assists than I just don't have written down, but Terry, we all know how great of a goal scorer he is, and he wants to put it in the back of the net a few more times than he has so far. Zach Miller been doing a lot of playmaking here for Allegany. Gets it now to Cloutier. Cloutier takes a quick shot Save made by Watson with the left arm. Loose ball picked up here by Dolak. First look at Ian Dolak here in the Can-Am Championship Series. For those that don't know, Ian Dolak, the brother of UB football star Sean Dolak. And as Waylon Abrams gets things started here for Tonawanda and opens up the scoring, the Braves take a 1-0 lead. And here you'll get another look at the rip from Waylon Abrams as he picks up his 6th goal of the finals. Just a nice overhand shot to a low corner to beat Goa Abrams for the first Braves goal of the game. And Tonawanda is a totally different team when number 25 is red hot and firing on all cylinders. If they can get Waylon going early, that could really help them. Mason Homer causing some havoc here, disrupting Sherman Williams, but the paint man does a good job to get the ball into safe territory as he'll head to the bench and flip it over to Chase Fraser. On the far side with Kobe Whitcomb. Zach Miller gets a good pick from Smith. Low shot there from Smith, stopped by Watson. I will say Lane might have been a bit lucky it wasn't called moving, as he did take a few steps, but that's called a playoff pick right here, as it was a good seal from Smith. Got the shot off, but Watson makes a save. Now Zach Terry with it. Go Abrams. Now Patterson takes the shot and he scores. Anthony Patterson with an excellent shot into the bottom corner gives Tonawanda a 2-0 lead. And here you'll see Patterson put it 5-hole actually in between the legs of Goa Abrams off the great feed coming from Gates Abrams behind the back. A nifty one from Abrams to Patterson for the second Braves goal of the game. And this is exactly what Tonawanda needs here, as the Braves have had some slow starts in this finals, have found themselves in some deep holes. Cannot afford it anymore. Grennan rings the post. Nearly 3 straight for Tonawanda. But Nathan Grennan denied by the post. Now a bounce shot coming from Gates Abrams, stopped by Goa Abrams. As Darius Anderson picks up the ball, Leo Storos involved out there with Allegany as well. Good to see Leo back in the lineup for the Arrows. He is a welcome addition to that defensive core as Chase Fraser takes a bounce shot here that Joel Watson sees all the way. Now Becker bringing it up the far side. Corey Becker. Little toe drag here on Jensen. Becker looking for a flip pass to the near side, doesn't find it, as Jeff Geddes will swoop in there and pick it up. Here comes Geddes. Calling him Tiger. I've seen some folks calling him that. Don't know if they say it's the resemblance to Tiger Woods or because he is so fast out on that floor, because I'll tell you what, he moves like a tiger on that floor. Here's a shot from Josh Becker on the outside, deflects in front. Loose ball scooped up by Becker. Jonathan watching him. Sends it up top. Outside look from Watts, stopped by Watson. Loose ball picked up on the far boards by Chris Atwood. Atwood still awaiting his first goal here in the finals. Lane Smith with it now. Smith doing some dancing. Over to Atwood. Flips it into the middle. Looks like it was meant for Watts, but it moves past him. Now Smith all the way out near half. Able to get it and send it over to Watts. Move down low. Becker. Nice move to get past one, but Brayley Abrams jars that ball free. Great check there from Brayley Abrams to knock that ball loose and give Tonawanda the possession here with just over 14 minutes left in the first period of play. The Braves hold a 2-0 lead as Anthony Patterson drives in and is denied here by Goa Abrams. Patterson looking for his second. He has had one heck of a final series. 7 goals now for Anthony Patterson. He might have had that all year as he was playing a lot of transition defense in the regular season. Was asked to step up, play some O here, and he has filled in perfectly. In the middle, Fraser scores! An excellent display of passing here for the Allegany Arrows as Chase Fraser the man to finish it off on the 6th arrow shot of the game. He gives them their first goal. As we'll give you another look at it, Miller makes a nice move, steps to his left, finds Fraser in the middle, and just as easy as you like for number 63 in blue. Violation on the draw will give possession to Tonawanda. As we look at the chat, Herbie John says, can smell the burgers cooking and taste the bug spray through the stream. Now from Herbie, as well as the pass inside for KBP connects, but he does slip into the crease, giving possession to the Allegany Arrows. The Arrows, the reigning Can-Am champions, looking to repeat as Can-Am champions win their second ever title, as that ball skips off the stick of an arrow and goes out of play. Tonawanda catches a break and they'll get possession back. The Braves need a win here tonight, and not just that, they need a 3-game win streak if they want to capture their first ever Can-Am championship. It's going to take a lot to get them there, but it all starts here tonight as Waylon Abrams misses wide. Ball will go over and back, and possession to Allegany. Arrows put up a whopping 22 goals in their win the other night against Tonawanda to take the 3-1 series lead. That was the highest they have scored all season. Much of that to do with the play of that man, Chase Fraser, but he does lose control here. Kobe Whitcomb, he's had a good finals as well. His pass gets to Miller, onto the far side. Now Fraser, stopped by Watson. Loose ball picked up. Jensen looking to use his speed here to get by Fraser, and he does a good job of it. Now Gates Abrams being watched by Jesse Jimerson as the two captains battle it out. Now Waylon Abrams, shot blocked in front. Might have caught a piece of Sherman Williams on the way to the net as he wore that one. And no reset here for Tonawanda. KBP with it. Skip pass up top. Long shot from Waylon Abrams, bounces right into his brother's pads for the easy save, as the Allegany faithful showing their support for their starting netminder, Goa Abrams. A lot of blue and yellow in the crowd here tonight. The Arrows brought a fan bus. That is how dedicated and supportive those fans are down in Allegany. Everybody wanting to get up here to try and watch their Arrows win a championship. Of course, Tonawanda looking to keep the season alive. Here is Owen Hill. Moves it over. Anthony Patterson flips it back for Baker Printup. Now Hill gets a pick from Becker. Still Hill. Takes a shot. Stopped by Abrams. No! Goa Abrams made the initial save, but the shot was too strong from Owen Hill as it gets through for Tonawanda's third goal of the game. Here you'll get a look at it as Goa got about 95% of it, but just not enough to make the save as O-Dog Owen Hill blasts it through Goa for his first goal of the game, 7th of the finals, as our goalies will get a water break. It is a hot one here at Logan Field during the break. Shots 11-8 in favor of Tonawanda. Temperatures up into the 90s here today, as it is hot and humid, and definitely something that will affect these players throughout the game. And maybe, just maybe, the weather could be the great equalizer that the Braves are hoping it to be. George, the quick 1-2 here, goes back for Whitcomb instead. Wasn't expecting it, as I think everybody thought Rudy George was going to take that chance right on the crease, but decided to pass it off. Fortunately for him, Kobe Whitcomb able to keep possession. Now Kluche goes down low. Amos Whitcomb has it off the boards. Amos, low rip, stopped by Watson. Trying to power it through the 5-hole of Joel Watson was Amos Whitcomb, but the big rig makes the save to keep this a 3-1 game. Owen Hill playing catch with Zach Terry. Now Gates Abrams stepping into the middle, picked up by Jensen. Looking for the return feed to Terry, couldn't find him. Geddes has the loose ball. Tosses it up to Jensen. Tristan Jensen will flip it over to Watts. Watts matched up with Dolak. And he'll shift into the middle now. Becker. Cloutier steps in, fires, saved by Watson. Loose ball picked up by Ian Dolak on the far side. Dolak will calmly toss it over to Waylon Abrams, who moves it now to Kent Baker Printup. Grennan with it up top. Grennan outside look, blocked in front by George. Ball knocked free by Waylon Abrams, though. Allegany able to get it back as Waylon doing his best to cause the turnover, but the Arrows able to keep possession. Kobe Whitcomb with it on the far side, watched by Becker. Goes behind the back for Fraser. Fraser directing some traffic. Has Becker pick him up now. Fraser, watch tight. Now Ninham on him. Fraser still with it, takes a twister shot that goes out of play without a deflection. So possession to Tonawanda. And how about Chase Fraser's ability to hang on to that ball, not lose control amidst all the traffic in front of the net. Here's Anthony Patterson with it. Patterson looking for a shot, decides to pass it off. Terry takes one, but it's blocked in front. Ball pops into the stick of Go Abrams, who will look for a breakout pass. And some contact going on in the middle of the floor. Draws the ire of the officials. And Dana Ray will head to the penalty box. And for the first time in this game, we'll get to see the Tonawanda power play, as it'll be a roughing call going against Ray. He will sit for 2 or less, as maybe we'll get a look at it here. Just got tied up in front with Waylon Abrams. An extra push and a shove. The official did not like it. So the penalty was called here as Tonawanda looks to pick up their 4th goal of the game. Gates Abrams able to get it to Kent Baker Printup. Skip pass. Now KBP with it again. Stopped by Goa. Good play there from the Braves, trying to throw off the Arrows defenders, but Goa Abrams ready for it as he makes another big save. Braley Abrams gets the loose ball off the long pass. Now Owen Hill. KBP with a shot, just misses. Loose ball picked up by Patterson. Patterson gonna toss it up to Gates Abrams. Baker Printup plays catch with Gates. Now Patterson takes a low rip, stopped by Goa. Patterson quarterbacking the power play there, decided to let it fly. Goa Abrams able to make the save. Here comes Allegany in transition. Anderson scores! What a play from Darius Anderson in transition. That's his first of the game, 2nd of the series. And it's a big short-handed goal here for Allegany, as Anderson gets just enough on it to get the Arrows' 11th shot of the game through Joel Watson. Shots now, if you're wondering, 13-11 in favor of Tonawanda, but it's Darius Anderson taking the most recent shot and getting the most recent goal here for Allegany to bring the Arrows within 1. About 40 seconds remain in the Ray penalty, so the Arrows can get a good amount of that killed off here before Tonawanda gets the ball back. Shot here from Watts is saved by Watson, and it'll be just under 30 seconds for the Braves to work with here until the penalty is expired. Allegany can kill this off. This could go a long way to helping them win this game with that shorthanded goal. Here's Gates Abrams. Great face dodge, and he scores. Picture perfect from Gates Abrams as he scores on the power play to give Tonawanda the 2-goal lead back. And here you'll see Gates Abrams just dissect the defense, gets a great pick, nice face dodge move, gets into the middle, and beats Goa to the top right corner for the 4th Tonawanda Braves goal of the game. It is the 9th of this final series for Gates Abrams. Could be a chance here for him again, right off the draw. Abrams scores! 2 in a row for Gates Abrams and the Tonawanda Braves. And all of a sudden, the Braves have a 3-goal lead. As now we will get a timeout called by Allegany. The score now 5-2 in favor of the Braves. There you'll see Gates Abrams just stuff it home short side to beat Goa for the 5th Braves goal of the game, the 10th of the finals for Gates, as the shot's now 15-12 in favor of Tonawanda. Here is another look at it. Good play by Jensen to find Gates Abrams, and Gates not fooled, not taking the bait going far side, waits it out and tucks it home short side. As you get a look here at the crowd inside of Logan Field, it is a jam-packed house as everyone here in Tonawanda out to support the Braves, and some folks from Allegany making the trip as well. It's a jam-packed house here, but don't worry if you're in the area and you want to make it out. There's still some spaces to park and some seats available here as we are back underway. Want to make sure we shout out the Akron Tigers as well and congratulate them on back-to-back Section 6 Class D championships here in Western New York, right nearby Akron High School. Here on the Tonawanda Nation, so many of these guys went to Akron High School and did some big things for the Tigers in their history. I remember getting to play against Gates Abrams, an all-time great Akron Tiger in his career, second in the nation in points in his senior year, was big number 77. That is how impressive a program that is. Congratulations to them here as Anderson has a loose ball, tossing it up for Whitcomb. Amos Whitcomb, one-on-one with Ninham. Thought about pushing, decides against it here. Waits for the rest of the team to get out on the floor. Now Cloutier taking a few heavy slashes from Dolak. Goes to Atwood. Outside look, stopped by Watson. Loose ball. Fought for here along the near boards. But a push in the back coming from Tonawanda will give possession to Allegany. Watts rips one right off the legs of Kelvin Jonathan. He's not phased as Belter has a chance on a break. Belter stopped by Abrams. But there will be a penalty coming up against Allegany, as it'll be Christian Watts sitting down for 2 or less, as he'll get hit with a slashing call. As you'll get to see the chants there, looking at the chat. Huddy Nanacoke, let's go Braves, wanted to be loud in the crowd, but stuck at work. Gonna need a Huddy burger and popcorn. You're definitely missing out on the burgers for sure, Huddy. Sucks you're at work, but thank you so much for tuning in and for the support. Always in the chat supporting, as a great worker over at BBD, as that shot goes wide of the net. Here's Gates Abrams. Skip pass back onto the near side for Patterson, but he couldn't handle it. Loose ball. Only 2 on the shot clock here for Tonawanda, so Waylon Abrams gets it, has no play, forced to relinquish possession and give it up for the Arrows, as Tonawanda now on the power play. Waylon knocks it free. Rudy George didn't even realize the ball popped out. Great play by Waylon Abrams as he caught George napping to get Tonawanda the possession back. Now let's see if the Braves can capitalize on it. 1 for 1 on the man advantage already here today. Here's Gates Abrams. Patterson, shot blocked in front. Winds up in the stick of Goa Abrams. Goa looking for a pass, wisely steps out of his crease before finding Josh Becker over the middle. Fraser in some space as he looks to try and drain some time off this penalty. Fraser just takes a rip that's blocked in front, looking to try and get the extra possession by the ball going out of bounds. Doesn't quite work out here. Now looking to take it away from Becker. Knocks it free. Becker's still going to fight for it. Jensen and Becker in the corner. Ball getting mucked up here. 2 Arrows and 1 Brave as Jensen and Cloutier trying to work together to take down Corey Becker. And 3 against 1 will work out most times, as it does here for Allegany, as the Arrows get the ball back. Good work by the Arrows to make sure they have the possession. Now Cloutier tossing it over to Watts, fresh out of the box. Cloutier has it back in the middle, flipped over. Miller, stopped by Watson. Oh my goodness, that one walked the tightrope of the goal line, somehow able to stay out as the Braves going back the other way. Grennan with it, getting another look at it here. Looks like it caught both legs of Watson before settling right on the line as Hill's shot just goes wider. Check that, Terry, as Gates Abrams picks it up. Flips it over for Waylon Abrams, bit too much on it, and it does not matter. A violation will give possession back to Allegany anyways, as we are all of a sudden approaching the 2-minute mark here in the first period of play. What an entertaining period it has been so far. Tonawanda in front, 5-2. Cloutier trying to change things here, but can't do so. But a wise move by one of the Arrows down low. I think that might have been Josh Becker to push his man into the crease, get the back in call, and get possession here with Allegany. Here's Zach Miller. Cloutier. He has been red hot this final series. The man they call Clutch moves it in the middle. Miller having some trouble with it. Braves disrupt him. Here comes Mason Homer. 2-on-1. He's got Jensen with him. Homer takes a shot, misses wide. Loose ball. Who's going to come up with it? It's Xavier Taylor. Taylor tosses to Kobe Whitcomb. Kobe into the middle lane. Smith just misses wide. Rebound, skips past Whitcomb. Now he's going to have to chase after it and not able to keep it from going over and back, as possession will be awarded to Tonawanda here with 1:30 remaining in the first period of play. The Braves up by 3, and they're looking to extend it here. Owen Hill just heaves and hopes as Sherman Williams all over him. Go Abrams says, thank you very much, I'll take that, and bring it down the other way. Here comes Allegany. Josh Becker tosses it to the far side. Skip pass for Cloutier. Cloutier stepping into the middle. Picked up by Seneca. Moves it for Fraser. Matched up with Dolak. Fraser going for the style points. Can't get it on target here. Becker gets the loose ball, but the Arrows run out of time. The late shot from Anderson won't count, as possession goes to Tonawanda on the shot clock violation. Zach Terry has the ball in his stick. Goes to Nathan Grennan. Grennan outside rip, goes high over the net. Tonawanda looking to go for the 2-for-1 here. Ball gets deflected here by Baker Printup as he's disrupting the pass, trying to get an 8-second call, but just not enough time there as Whitcomb has it. Whitcomb over to Miller. Miller stepping around his man, gets a pick, goes to Watts. Kobe Whitcomb. Miller. Lane Smith into the middle. Taylor stopped by Watson. Great passing there from the Arrows as Xavier Taylor got the final shot of the period. A good look towards goal, but the big rig Joel Watson makes the save as we have reached the end of the first period of play. The shots 18-17 in favor of Tonawanda. The score as well in favor of the Braves. They lead it 5-2, but they do trail in the playoff series here, as we will give you a quick look at the current Can-Am Lacrosse League playoff bracket as it stands here at the moment. The Allegany Arrows hold a 3-1 lead over the Tonawanda Braves in this best-of-7 series. A win tonight for the Arrows will do it, and they will be crowned champions. However, Tonawanda looking to prevent that and push this series to game number 6, which would be Thursday this week, as we'll give you all a quick look at the schedule just in case we need it. If Tonawanda hangs on and gets the win, Game 6, Thursday, August 14th at 8 p.m. down at the Allegany Community Center. And if we need 7, it'll be the next night, Friday, August 15th, 8 p.m. here at Logan Field. As we will now step aside, just want to make sure we say thank you to our great sponsors over at Bud Depot and the Akron Tigers lacrosse program. And thank you to Gary Sundown and all the first responders out there for everything that they do. The score at the end of 1, the Tonawanda Braves 5, the Allegany Arrows 2, as you're watching Blue Squatch Productions.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them the Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at Bud Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Grams Group and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given to Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the 2025 Akron High School varsity team, Section 6 back-to-back champions 2 years in a row, and Gary Sundown. Congratulations. Thank you very much for the sponsorship. We'd also like to take a moment and recognize our first responders for all they do in the community. Thanks to all of our sponsors, and please support your local teams and sponsors.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Kent Confederacy Nation.
Joel Watson, Whippy, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda.
Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda.
Jason Trotto, Hamburg, New York. Tyler Shonton, I'm a cookie out. Zach Belter, Wheatfield. Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Seneca Falls.
Jake Reserve, Augusta.
My name is Danny Jimerson, I'm from Tonawanda.
Ian Dolak, West Seneca, New York.
Calvin Jonathan, Tonawanda.
Owen Hill, from the box.
Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name is Can-Am and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry, and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown. I'm from the Tonawanda Seneca Reservation, and I play for the Tonawanda Braves.
Corey Becker, Niagara Falls, New York.
Mason Ulmer from Haudenosaunee.
My name is Avery, and I'm from Tonawanda Braves. Gates Abrams, and I'm from down below.
Tony Henderson, Tonawanda.
Mike Smoke, number 4. Onondaga, play for Tonawanda Braves.
Nathan Grennan, the box, baby!
Bruce Johnston, Village of Akron. Roger Hill, Tonawanda Braves.
Lee Abrams, Tonawanda Braves.
Jake Havermill, Tonawanda Braves 18.
Les Brown, Tonawanda Braves. Art Jonathan, Tonawanda Braves. Go Braves. Go Braves.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them the Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at Bud Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Grams Group and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given to Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Tuscarora Nation.
Joel Watson, Whitby, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda.
Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda.
Jason Trotto, Hamburg, New York. Tyler Shonton, I'm a cookie out. Zach Belter, Wheatfield. Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Seneca Falls.
Jake Lazar, Augusta.
My name is Danny Jimerson, I'm from Tonawanda. Ian Golak, West Seneca, New York. Calvin Jonathan, Tonawanda.
Owen Hill from the box.
Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name is Keenan Nanham, and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry, and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown. I'm from the Tonawanda Seneca Reservation, and I play for the Tonawanda Braves.
Corey Becker, Niagara Falls, New York.
Mason Allmer from Haudenosaunee.
My name's Avery. I'm from Tonawanda Braves. Gates Abrams, and I'm from down below.
Tony Henderson, Tonawanda.
Mike Small. On the floor. Onondaga. Play for Tonawanda Braves.
Nathan Grennan, the box, baby!
Bruce Johnston, Village of Akron.
Roger Hill, Tonawanda Braves.
Lee Abrams, Tonawanda Braves.
Jake Havermill, Tonawanda Braves 18.
Les Brown, Tonawanda Braves.
Art Jonathan, Tonawanda Braves. Go Braves.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them that Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at Bud Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Ramsey Group and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given the Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Tuscarora Nation.
Joel Watson, Whitby, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda.
Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda.
Jason Trotto, Hamburg, New York. Tyler Shonton, I'm a cookie out. Zach Belter, Wheatfield. Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Seneca Falls.
Back now and ready to start the second period of play here between the number 1 seeded Tonawanda Braves and the number 2 seeded Allegany Arrows. And we have ourselves a special guest joining us here as my good friend Randy Chrysler hopping on the mic. And Randy, so good to have you here. And, you know, how great is it to be here for game number 5?
Pretty exciting. I'm a little shy, so I probably won't be saying much, but yeah, it's out, you know, lacrosse games, love them. Love to go watch lacrosse.
always fun to be around the game of lacrosse, especially at this high of a level. Game number 5 of the Can-Am Lacrosse League Championship Series between the Allegany Arrows and the Tonawanda Braves. The Arrows lead the series 3-1, but they're down 5-2 here as Kobe Whitcomb drives in, looking to tuck it into the top corner. But into the crease he went, and the ball goes to Tonawanda. Waylon Abrams tosses the ball back over to the far side. Chido over to Terry. Onto the far side again. Patterson starting to drive. Goes behind the net. Looking for an option now. Patterson finds Waylon Abrams up top. Waylon steps into the middle. Rips a shot. Nice leg save by Goa. But some whistles here will stop play, and it looks like a penalty being handed out to Dana Ray that will send the Tonawanda power play onto the floor for the 3rd time in this game. High stick the call going against Ray as he will head back to the penalty box. And Tonawanda back on the power play. This is a potent Braves power play unit. Don't want to give them too many chances as Grennan shot is stopped here by Goa Abrams. Allegany looking for a long feed here, trying to find Sherman Williams, but can't do so. Anthony Patterson, the man to pick it up here for Tonawanda. He has turned it up to another level here in this final series, has Patterson. Waylon Abrams goes to Gates. Gates, face dodge, great move, saved by Abrams. That was a good look there from Gates Abrams at Goa Abrams, but Goa able to make the save and deny Gates from getting Tonawanda's 6th goal of the game. Atwood in the corner. Watched by Cam Seneca. Belter there for support as Atwood sends it over in the direction of Cloutier. Cloutier battling with Braley Abrams for the loose ball. Braley pops it out. Cloutier gets it back though. Cloutier, low rip, stopped by Watson. Good look towards goal there for Chris Cloutier, trying to get the reset shot on target. But Tonawanda able to get the loose ball and get possession and go back on the power play. 44 seconds remain in the Ray penalty. Pass from Gates Abrams misses Waylon as Fraser forward back on him, but the pass errant. Gates able to get it out of the crease though. No whistle, low shot, stopped by Goa. Good effort there from Gates Abrams as Goa asking the official why the play wasn't stopped there. Official giving him the explanation as Allegany goes back on the attack. Here's Zach Miller. Matched up with Homer. Picked up by Belter now. Ball pops free. Ball's just swatted at by Fraser in the direction of Watson, who will pick it up and start the breakout. Here comes Tonawanda. Grennan goes to Terry. Kent Baker print up. Back for Terry. Skip pass into the middle. Can't find Waylon Abrams. Penalty has expired to Ray. That'll drop the Braves to 1 of 3 on the power play here in this game. Hearing the shouts of go to space coming from the Allegany bench as the Arrows trying to get into safe territory. Atwood tosses it up for Lane Smith. Penalty coming up here against Tonawanda. Ball down low, shot blocked in front. And it'll be a power play coming up here for the Arrows as it's a too many men call going against Tonawanda. And Randy, as an experienced coach, you know, how much do you just hate seeing these too many men calls, especially in these big games?
It's part of the game, you know, but it's a penalty that shouldn't be. It's all on the bench. All on the bench, the coaching staff.
Preventable,
like
right?
Yes, very preventable.
As those preventable penalties you really want to avoid taking here in these big championship games. Tonawanda does commit the offense, so Dolak will sit for 2 minutes or less as Allegany gets their first power play opportunity of the game. Lane Smith denied on the doorstep, but does just enough to get the reset, and Allegany able to get possession. Fraser passes it over. Low rip there from Smith, stopped by Watson. Loose ball picked up by Homer. Homer looking to push the pace. 3-on-3 decides he doesn't like what he sees at the moment, and we'll wait for Zach Terry to come off the bench and play it over to him. Terry looking for an option, as Patterson now off the bench. A man for each team down at the other end of the floor. Low rip from Hill is stopped by Goa Abrams. Loose ball picked up by Terry, and a fresh 30 here for Tonawanda. Hill with it in the middle. 3 Arrows watching him. Still Owen Hill. Rips it. Goes wide of the net and out of play into the trees, as one of our furry friends just got a souvenir, as the Arrows get back into the attacking zone with about 40 seconds remaining in the bench minor to Tonawanda. Low rip from Kluche, and he scores. What a nice shot there from Chris Clutch Kluche, as he gets his first of the game, and the Arrows strike on the power play. First power play goal of the game for Allegany. Shots tied up at 22. And tell me, Randy, what do you see there as a coach on that play?
Too much shooting power. No, Kluche, you know, he's just effortless. You know, the way he shoots the ball, and it's just like he's having fun, and that's what the game's about too, right?
He really makes it look easy out there, as that is his 15th goal now of the finals. I believe his 22nd in the last 6 games. Someone that always comes up in the big moments. Did it at the collegiate level and has done it at the pro level. Grennan. KBP onto the far side. Chido flips it back for Gates Abrams. Low rip, stopped by Goa. Officials say no reset. Chido gets that one on target, but the save made. Long pass forward. Chido tracking back, looking to take it away, and he does. Good hustle there by Jason Chido to make sure he comes up with that 50-50 ball. Awkward pass there from Brayley Abrams as he was looking for Gates. Gets it back himself. Now Gates with it in the corner. Brayley. Terry. Flips it over to Grennan. Grennan, his pass taken away. Jesse Jimerson, the captain for Allegany, has it. Jimerson on a break, misses wide. Tough play there for Jesse Jimerson. Looked like he was on his offside trying to do what he could, but just puts it high over the net. Ball will stay with Allegany, though, as the Arrows trail by 2 here as they look to win their 2nd straight Can-Am Lacrosse League Championship, which can be done tonight, but it's going to take some more of that. 2 straight for Chris Kluche, as the man we call Clutch starting to show why. 2nd straight. And Randy, you were saying too much shooting power? There it is again.
You know, he's just, when he gets rolling, you know, that's the worst thing that's going to happen to Tonawanda right now. Once he gets his rhythm, he's going to be tough to stop.
You cannot let Chris Kluche get into his rhythm and get firing on all cylinders, because as you said, it will be troublesome for Tonawanda, to say the least. Off the draw, Mason Homer chases after this loose ball, picks it up, and we'll head up the floor. Chris Kluche, the latest Arrows goal scorer, picked up number 16 here in this final series. Waylon Abrams answers right back. 2nd of the day for Waylon Abrams, 7th of the finals, and this is a much-needed answer here for Tonawanda's Waylon Abrams. Just catches Goa, step into his right, beats him to the 5-hole. What a nice shot there from Waylon.
You know, something you try to teach the kids is the bounce shots. And the last 3 goals have all been bounce shots, huh?
That is a great point, Randy, and I'm very happy you mentioned that. The bouncers, not always the flashiest shot, but they're effective, aren't they?
Yeah, the goalies, they have no idea. Very hard to read coming off that floor.
Especially off this turf, too. It can take some wild and quick bounces. The Braves know it better than anyone. This, their home floor, of course, as Grennan rips it right into the shoulder of Goa Abrams, who makes the save. Abrams sends it long for Jesse Jimerson. Jimerson looking to get past Jensen here. So tough to win a speed battle against Taylor Jensen, as he'll knock it free. Now he's got a break. Here comes Jensen. All alone. Scores! What a sequence for Taylor Jensen as the Nighthawk flying up the floor gives Tonawanda their 7th. And how about that finish there to the far post from Taylor Jensen. And Randy, how about the effort and the check there from Jensen?
Well, it's a great check, but you know when you're running the ball down the alley, you want to keep going. You want to lose the ball down the furthest down the floor, and come over top like that. You're middle of the floor, and exactly what happened. He picked it up right in the middle of the floor, and he's gone.
You cannot let a guy like that get on a break. As hearing some shouts of too many coming from the Allegany bench. Doesn't appear they're going to get the call they're looking for. Terry drives in, being held, and now a penalty will go against Allegany, and it'll be a holding call going up against the Arrows, as it looks like Dana Ray, the guilty party, as he'll head back to the sin bin for 2 or less.
You know, a big difference I see from the last game till now is Tonawanda's really got their offense going. Allegany's on their heels right now with their defense, so they got to resettle and just play on top of their toes and start talking more. There's not really too much talking on that D.
That's a good point there, Randy, as Tonawanda back on the power play. By my count, the 4th time in this game, as Gates Abrams with a low skip shot there, stopped by Goa. Loose ball picked up, Whalen has it, over to Gates. Quick shot just wide of the net. Ball secured here by the Arrows. Flipped forward. Who's going to come away with it? It'll be Xavier Taylor as he knocks it into some open space. Got Fraser in the middle calling for the ball, but the look not there anymore. Atwood going to just run into some safe territory before flipping it to Fraser. Fraser fakes the pass and will hang on. Now Atwood takes a low rip, goes off the side netting. Good effort there from Atwood, trying to get the reset shot, but puts it off the side netting, and the ball going back the other way here as Tonawanda looks to get their 8th goal of the game and try and take a 4-goal lead. Here's Gates Abrams. In the middle, Hill stopped by Abrams. Great feed from Gates into Owen Hill, but Goa with a nice save to keep this a 3-goal game. 44 seconds remain in the Ray penalty. Geddes with some good defense here. Gates into the middle. Whalen bobbles it. Gets it back, though. Gates down low. They score! Tic-tac-toe passing for the Tonawanda Braves. Capped off by Nathan Grennan as he's got his 1st of the game, 6th of the finals. And here we'll get another look at it. That was a thing of beauty. Shots now 28-23 in favor of Tonawanda as the fans cheering on the goaltender change here as Chase Martin will head in between the pipes for Allegany. As Goa, I've been told by some folks, likes to pull himself when he feels he's not doing as good of a job, but it's got to be a great luxury for a coach, Randy, to have a guy as good as Chase Martin to come off the bench in a spot like this.
Oh, no doubt. When you got 2 goaltenders, that the biggest thing is the players in front of them have confidence in both their goalies. It makes a strong defense.
Absolutely, as Allegany looking for a spark here with that goaltender change. As we are approaching 10 minutes to play here in the 2nd period, Kent Baker Printup has the ball in his stick. KBP looking for an option. Has Whalen in the middle. Low rip. Stopped by Martin. Nearly blasting it through the 5-hole there of Chase Martin was Whalen Abrams. But Martin fresh into the ball game. Tested right away. Able to make the save and keep this a 4-goal game. Now Miller driving in. Takes a shot. Stopped by Watson. Loose ball picked up here by Atwood. Fresh 30 for the Arrows. Watts flips it back for Atwood. Atwood stepping in. Goes to the far side. Miller. Watts scores! That's a big goal for Christian Watts. Fresh off his best game of the postseason. He's got his 6th of the finals. You'll get another look at it here. Good work by Atwood to stick with the play. Miller to Watts in the middle. Low bounce shot. There it is again, Randy. The bouncers really working here in this game. And Christian Watts, the latest beneficiary of it.
Watch a catch and release. Wasn't bounced, didn't stick handle, didn't cradle it. Just caught it and shot it.
Good point as well. The quick release coming from Christian Watts. One fluid motion for him as he makes it look easy and gets Allegany's 5th. Now Gates Abrams looking to answer right back. Gates flips it into the middle. Waylon with guys all over him takes a shot, and now Waylon Abrams down in some discomfort. 2 arrows were all over him. As Dana Ray will head back to the penalty box, he's got to be careful, as I have that as his 4th penalty of the game. Much more, and he could be sent out for penalty accumulation, as we'll get another look here at the penalty. Waylon just looks ready to take the shot. Geddes and Ray playing some tight D, but I think it was the extra shot there from Ray that did it.
That's a frustrating penalty like that. You know, the ball's not there on the corner. He's got nothing to do with the play, and it's just a kind of a selfish penalty.
Especially after you just got your 5th goal to cut it down to 3.
They can't get rolling here, you know.
Here's Owen Hill looking to get the Braves back rolling once again. Hill steps into the middle. Fire save by Martin. Great left chicken wing save there by Chase Martin to keep that one out. Whistle will give possession to Allegany as the Arrows will have the ball back, much to the dismay of the Tonawanda bench. Kobe Whitcomb backpedals into the corner. Now has Belter chasing after him and throws on a nice move to get into some open space. Feeds Miller on the far side. Miller steps in, fakes the shot. Thought about the pass now. Goes to his right. Cloutier stepping in. Rips it and scores! You just can't do any better than that if you're Chris Cloutier. He's got the red hot stick right now. That's a hat trick goal. As the shot's 30-26 from beyond the restraining line, short-handed for Chris Cloutier. Man, oh man, how big of a goal is that for Allegany?
And you know, if you watch him, it's not a big wind up. It's not pop, jump, step, and crank the ball. He just catches and releases and placement, you know, right at the ankles. Tough for a goalie to catch.
Very powerful and very accurate, the name of the game for Chris Cloutier. He has made a career off of coming up big in these championship games, as he's got his 3rd of the night, 17th of the series, far and away the most in the playoffs, as Grennan stopped right on the doorstep by Martin. Officials, I believe, are going to say he stepped in the crease, so possession will go to Allegany. Here's Zach Miller being watched by Braley Abrams. Some shouts of too many coming from the Tonawanda bench, but they don't get the call on this occasion. Miller still working on Braley Abrams, trying to kill some time. Feeds it for Watts, but misses him. Picked up off the boards by Seneca. 23 seconds remain in the Ray penalty, as he's now up to 8 penalty minutes total on this game. Gates Abrams off the post. Gates Abrams beat everything but the post, as he nearly got Tonawanda's 9th. Here's Geddes. Back the other way, stopped by Watson. So dangerous in transition is Jeff Geddes, but Joel Watson keeps this a 2-goal lead for Tonawanda. Gates Abrams has the ball as the penalty to Ray has expired. Grennan looking for Hill in the middle, can't find him. Pass deflected by Anderson, and the stick knocked free, but a penalty. Atwood had it pop out of his stick, goes right to Zach Belter, and now the penalty will be assessed. Looks like it'll be a holding call officially against Nathan Grennan, as he will go sit for 2 or less.
See, in that situation, that fast break right there, the young man, I think, should have pulled it out. I don't know if he's a goal scorer, but, you know, man down, 6 seconds left. You pull it out, you kill a penalty, you get your offense down there for about 20 seconds and get momentum going.
It's a good point, as the Braves go to 1 of 4 on the power play. Now Allegany back out there, 1 of 1 by my count here in this game, looking to all of a sudden make it a 1-goal game. Watts blasts it home. Christian Watts starting to heat up. The Arrows beginning to feel it. That's his 2nd of the game.
One of my proteges there, a young fellow, played for me in Allegany Lake. His nickname is C-Dubs. I had too many Christians on the team, so I gave him that nickname.
C-Dubs, Christian Watts looking to bring home the dub for Allegany. And Randy, you taught him to do that, right?
Yeah, of course I did.
Just as Coach said, Christian Watts blasts it home, his 7th of the finals, the product of Siena, representing the Mac well here for Allegany. Spends some time with the Bandits and Thunderbirds in his NLL career, and I'm sure he will have many more years to come soon. Terry looking for Waylon Abrams, can't find him. Jimerson disrupting him. Now him and Williams in to secure the loose ball. Good work there by the tandem of Williams and Jimerson. Ball up into the attacking zone here for Allegany as Kobe Whitcomb in some safe territory. Has some space. Now Atwood goes back to Kobe Whitcomb. Quickly picked up by Becker. Steps into the middle. Arrows look like they are buzzing right now, although Brayley Abrams disrupts that pass. Ball goes behind the net. Becker gonna fight with Atwood for it, but will wisely just shield Atwood away, knowing that the shot clock about to expire, so he'll get possession. Just under 6 to go here in the 2nd period of play. Very close and entertaining game, just as you'd expect it to be here in the Can-Am Lacrosse League Championship Series. Owen Hill with it into the middle. Ball dropped by Patterson, picked back up by Baker Printup. Moved over for Hill, driving in. Hill with a low shot, stopped by Martin. Ray sends the pass forward for Anderson. Anderson does a good job to keep control, even with Jensen watching him. Jensen giving him some good cross checks and slashes. Now Watts over to Becker. Move down low. Amos Whitcomb stepping into the middle, but an off-ball call will give possession to Tonawanda. Braves looking to go quick. Pass for Homer doesn't connect. Let's see if he can get to it off the boards, though. Yes, he can. Good hustle by Mason Homer to make sure Tonawanda doesn't turn the ball over there.
See, that's a big mistake right there. That's a momentum, that offensive interference when you're going in there, especially with 5 minutes left. You got a roll going on. You just got to play smart. You just got to do the right things every shift.
Both teams looking to play smart and do the right things here for the remainder of this game, because it's looking like it's going to be a tight one all the way to the finish. So excited to be here for it. We got almost 500 of you tuning in. Thank you all so very much for your support and making us a part of your Monday night. Who needs Monday night football when you got Monday night lacrosse?
I'm telling you, ain't nothing better than that.
Here's Atwood. Over to Miller. Miller steps in, gets a great pick, and scores. What a shot and what a seal on that play. Zach Miller caps it off, and all of a sudden, here come the Arrows. As take another look at this shot from Zach Miller right into the 5-hole once again.
And that's the thing we tell our kids, stop shooting in the stick. But when you see these guys, they got a placement shots. They see that hole and they're going for it, right? They're just not looking at the stick. They see that hole, the goalie's leaving.
Especially somebody as talented as Zach Miller. There's a reason why he was playing with the Georgia Swarm, a former national champion at Denver, former first-team All-American as well. One of the best players, I'd say, to come out of Allegany, as he is one heck of a star for the Arrows, and we're all tied up at 8. The Arrows going on a run. Let's see if the Braves can find an answer. Grennan stopped by Martin. Biggest save so far for Chase Martin since entering the game, as he denies Nathan Grennan. That ball into the woods and out of play. Possession stays with the Braves, though. Gates into the middle looking for Hill. Ball pops out of his stick. Storos has the Lucy. Geddes with it going forward now. Jeff Geddes, we've seen him electrify the crowd in this final series. He's got a pair of goals for the Arrows in transition. Now Kobe Whitcomb over to Becker. Lane Smith. Fraser. Too much room. Takes the shot and scores.
That was sick. That was patience. That's hands right there.
Filthy from Fraser as Allegany has a 9-8 lead.
Simple things on defense, right? You know, they're stick swinging. They're checking the stick instead of breaking down and just chop and pop. You know, there goes right there. See how he's blocking it. Goalie, that's the goalie's job, is to stop the ball. His job is to stop the goal from going in, right? From the offensive player getting that shot. So just break down and cross check.
That's a great point, Randy. As you could see it there, Seneca jumped up to try and, like you said, block the shot, allowed Fraser to duck right by him and place it perfectly in the top right corner, as it looks like we have a timeout on the floor. And during this break in the action, just want to say a quick thank you to Basin Bud Depot and the Akron Tigers, and congratulations to them on their Section 6 championships. We'll step aside here for a moment as you're watching Blue Squatch Productions. Back now on Blue Squatch Productions. Just want to take this quick moment to give a shout out to our friend Nate Blue Eye and wish him a happy birthday as Jensen scores! All the momentum with the Allegany Arrows right now. They are rolling. First shot on Jake Lazor in the ball game is a goal. And what a pretty one from Tristan Jensen on the 31st shot of the game for Allegany. And how about that finish?
Well, when you get a wooden stick score on you, that's kind of demoralizing in a sense, but he can handle that stick. I've coached him. I've known him for a few years. Great kid also, right? Good athlete.
Great kid, a great athlete, as we got to see right there. And it feels like in the blink of an eye, Randy, Allegany's got a 2-goal lead now.
Game of momentum, right? Game of swings. Fastest game on 2 feet.
And Allegany has all the momentum right now. Terry drives in, stopped by Martin. Instead, Jimerson going up for it, looking for Watts, but too many men out the front door for Allegany. And possession goes back to Tonawanda. Braves desperately need a goal right here as the Arrows on some kind of a run now. Patterson could be the man to do so. Patterson driving in, goes behind the net, but a illegal screen call will give possession back to Allegany as Storos will pick it up. 2 minutes left here in the second period of play. Tonawanda had a good start to the period, but the Arrows have had a better finish as they've been led by this man. Kuche stopped here by Lazor. Loose ball picked up here by Jake Lazor. Going to air it out, and it connects with Owen Hill. Hill gets to the front, misses wide.
It was open. That corner was wide open for him.
That was a good look from Owen Hill. Commend the effort going up against Taylor. Beats him to the front, but just misses that corner. Atwood sends it up for Lane Smith. Jonathan, look out. We're not on the driving range yet, as Jonathan might be getting some practice. That one going way out of bounds, as that's a lot like my golf shot. as Kobe Whitcomb has it here, stepping into the middle. Moves it over for Smith, trying to drive in. Looking to bull rush through a Cloutier. And yeah, too much is exactly right, Randy. As Cloutier trying to go through everyone, can't do so. As Tonawanda will get the ball back here with just under 40 to go in the period. Homer to KBP. Now Gates Abrams. Abrams loses control here. Williams knocks it forward and is able to get possession. Good defense there by Sherman Williams.
Timeout, Coach. Oh, no, they already took a timeout.
Good point there. No timeout for Allegany as Whitcomb trying to make it not matter, but just misses wide. 10 remain. Here come the Braves. Hill with it in the middle. Tied up. Loses control. Got to get a shot off here. Pass is deflected. The Arrows take it away. And Tonawanda.
What a gamble. What a gamble there. They hung Frazier down the other end. That was 50-50.
Good point there, Randy. Shots to end the period 35-32 in favor of Tonawanda. The Braves may have the shot advantage, but no longer do they hold it on the scoreboard. Tonawanda outscored in that period 8-3 by Allegany. And just quickly here before we step aside, Randy, I mean, how big of a period was that for Allegany, and what does Tonawanda have to do to stop that momentum?
Well, it's tough to stop when Allegany gets, they're downhill right now. They're going downhill, and you don't want to stand in front of that. But the defense was doing a great job, but they just got to capitalize on their chances, right? Their offense kind of slowed down with the movement they were doing and the pick and rolls. What was working, they didn't do it as well or didn't do it as much in the second period.
And I think that Chris Cloutier's shorthanded goal really sparked that Arrows team as well.
I believe they got 3 shorthanded goals today, Allegany.
You might be right.
Yeah, well,
and
never.
Look
not
at
always right, but I'm usually never. No, I'm only kidding.
And look at, if that's the right number, that's the difference in the game right now.
Oh yeah, again, game of momentum, and when you see a swing start going, maybe Tonawanda should have called a timeout, or they pulled their goalie, but just kind of regroup, just regroup and say, you get back to basic lacrosse. And that's what they were doing in the first period, and that's where they're just walking all over. They're just playing basic, hard lacrosse, talking, communicating, hot ball, hot feet on offense, and they just kind of didn't do it as well in the second period as they did the first.
Braves looking to get back to what they were doing right in the first period of play as they find themselves down on the scoreboard here, 10-8, as we get ready to step aside. Just quickly before we do, the most winningest franchise has their latest championship in 2011, while Native Sons went back-to-back in 16-17. Onondaga took down Tuskegee in 2018. Then Akwesasne did the same in 2019, en route to back-to-back championships and back-to-back silver medals as well. Then the Tomahawks finally got over the hump, got their long-awaited championship in 2023. And Allegany looking for back-to-back now, trying to be the first team to do so since Akwesasne. And Arrows also had the bronze medal at the Prezi last year. They'd love to equal or better that mark if they can get back to the President's Cup. Still a long way to go, and I know there are some folks wearing red, white, and black that are going to have a thing or two to say about that. As we step aside, the score at the end of 2, the Allegany Arrows 10, the Tonawanda Braves 8.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them the Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at Bud Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Graham's Group and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given to Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the 2025 Akron High School varsity team, Section 6 back-to-back champions 2 years in a row, and Gary Sundown. Congratulations. Thank you very much for the sponsorship. We'd also like to take a moment and recognize our first responders for all they do in the community. Thanks to all of our sponsors, and please support your local teams and sponsors.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Can-Am Nation.
Joel Watson, Whippy, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda.
Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda.
Jason Trado, Hamburg, New York. Tyler Shonton, I'm a cookie out. Zach Belter, Wheatfield. Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Central Falls.
Jake Lazar, Southwestern.
My name is Danny Jimerson, I'm from Tonawanda. Ian Dolak, West Seneca, New York. Calvin Jonathan, Tonawanda.
Owen Hill, from the box.
Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name is Can-Am and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry, and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown. I'm from the Tonawanda Seneca Reservation, and I play for the Tonawanda Braves.
Corey Becker, Niagara Falls, New York.
Mason Ulmer from Haudenosaunee.
My name is Avery, and I'm from Tonawanda Briefs. Gates Abrams, and I'm from down below.
Tony Anderson, Tonawanda.
Mike Smoke, number 4. Onondaga, play for Tonawanda Braves.
Nathan Grennan, the box, baby!
Bruce Johnston, Village of Akron.
Roger Hill, Tonawanda Braves.
Lee Abrams, Tonawanda Braves.
Jake Havermill, Tonawanda Braves 18.
Les Brown, Tonawanda Braves.
Art Jonathan, Tonawanda Braves. Go Braves.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, times.The Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to send you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at times.The Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Grandma's Approved and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given to Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Can-Am Nation.
Joel Watson, Whippy, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda.
Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda.
Jason Trado, Hamburg, New York. Tyler Shonton, I'm a cookie out. Zach Belter, Wheatfield. Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Central Falls.
Jake Lazar, Southwestern.
My name is Danny Jimerson, I'm from Tonawanda. Ian Dolak, West Seneca, New York. Calvin Jonathan, Tonawanda.
Owen Hill, from the box.
Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name is Can-Am and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry, and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown. I'm from Tonawanda Seneca Reservation, and I play for the Tonawanda Braves.
Corey Becker, Niagara Falls, New York.
Mason Allmer from Onondaga.
My name's Avery, and I'm from Tonawanda Braves. Gates Abrams, and I'm from down below.
Tony Henderson, Tonawanda.
Mike Small. I'm Ford. Onondaga. Play for Tonawanda Braves.
Nathan Grennan, the box, baby! Bruce Johnston, Village of Akron. Roger Hill, Tonawanda Braves.
Lee Abrams, Tonawanda Braves.
Jake Habermill, Tonawanda Braves 18.
Les Brown, Tonawanda Braves. Art Jonathan, Tonawanda Braves. Go Braves.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them the Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at Bud Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Grams Group and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given the Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition, with a shop located at 425.
Back now on Blue Squatch Productions. Before we get started here with the third period, just want to give a few shout outs here to Stephanie Logan. She's so glad to be back here. And of course to Beta, Deanna, Monica, Judy, and Pook for all of their hard work at the concession stand and at the gate. They have had their work cut out for them here in this championship series. So many folks making the trip here to Logan Field. They have had a lot to do and a lot to handle, but they have done an excellent job. And of course we give a shout out here to Darien and the Black Sheep Squadron. And as we thank them for watching and for their support, as well as we are back underway here on Blue Squatch Productions in the third period in game number 5. The Allegany Arrows 20 minutes away from being crowned champions. They now hold a 10-8 advantage after outscoring Tonawanda 8-3 in that second period. Gonna need a big period here from the Braves. Could hear the Tonawanda players saying in the intermission, this one's gotta be ours. As Waylon Abrams trying to get the Braves started here in the third. Chase Martin denies him. Leo Storos sends the pass forward as now Jensen will flip it over to Chase Fraser. Fraser looking to go to work here. Watched by Chido. Looks for a pass and has one with Becker. Becker rips it and scores! Oh my goodness! Josh Becker, what a shot! His first of the game, third of the series. We were talking about shooting power with Cloutier before. How about that shot?
Yeah, if you notice what he did with his stick, he started coming overhand, he went sidearm, watch. He'll start winding up over top, and then brings it sidearm, right on the foot. That's a tough shot.
And that's really got to mess with the goaltender's vision of that stick.
Yep.
As Josh Becker, a master of deception, picks up his first goal of the game. The product of Lake Erie continues to marvel here for the Arrows as Terry rings one off the post. Zach Terry with that low sweeping shot nearly found the back of the net, beat everything but the iron. But off the push here, possession will stay with the Braves. Kent Baker Printup recently celebrated a birthday yesterday. Just want to wish a happy belated to KBP as Braley Abrams goes to Baker Printup. KBP stepping into the middle, still with it on his offside. Has Grennan up top. Grennan stopped by Martin. Rebound, score!
Huge goal, huge goal.
Huge goal is right. Zach Terry comes in and cleans up the garbage to bring Tonawanda within 2 as here comes the initial shot from Grennan. Martin couldn't contain it. Terry, Johnny on the spot, tucks it home. And that's Good awareness there from Terry as he puts it past Martin. Nothing much he could do after the ball popped out. As it's now an 11-9 game. Zach Terry, a much-needed goal for him and the Braves, his third now of the finals.
If you notice his defender, he took off before the play was done. He was looking for the fast break instead of finishing the defense. And
as Smith answers right back. Lane Smith gets his first goal of the game. The big man has been kept quiet in this one so far, but not any longer. We'll get another look at it here. Some good passing there as Miller finds Smith as he sneaks behind Jensen there and makes no mistake. Goal scorer's goal there for Lane Smith as the Arrows have their 12th, and that's a good way to answer that huge goal from Zach Terry, isn't it, Randy?
Yes, sir. Yep, yep.
Here's Waylon Abrams. Tosses it over to Gates. Back for Waylon. Those two always in sync, like two peas in a pod. Waylon, shot blocked. Second attempt goes wide. Loose ball. Patterson gonna fight for it, but not gonna win that battle with Chase Martin. Xavier Taylor in no hurry. Brings the ball up the floor here for Allegany. Fraser with it. Onto the far side. Watts.
Got a mismatch in the corner.
Steps in. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Fraser in for Watts. Pass doesn't connect. Smith has it though. Smith low rips and he scores. The big man Lane Smith feeling it now. 2 in a row for Smith. His 10th of the finals. Shots now 39-36 in favor of Tonawanda. And Randy, you were talking about the mismatch. It wasn't the mismatch that directly led to the goal, but it definitely contributed.
Yeah, Lane Smith, again, another young fella that I was able to coach, and he's just so slick, you know. And another low shot at the feet. You know, tough for a goalie to all those pads on. And kids like to shoot up with their 4 feet high.
Everybody loves the top corner, right? But it's those low bottom corner and 5-hole shots that are oh so effective. Here's Jeff Geddes. We know how good he is in transition. Not going to have much of an opportunity here as he'll pass it off to Chris Atwood and head to the bench. Atwood will roll it over for Fraser. Fraser picked up by Becker. Still Fraser. Has Miller all alone just wide of the net. Golden opportunity there for Zach Miller, but he just missed wide. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Fraser's pass doesn't find Becker on the far side, and it will be a shot clock violation here against Allegany.
I think the referee is going to like me on the headsets because I'm not yelling and screaming at him.
It's a nice change for the officials,
yeah.
Right?
Yep.
As this pass flipped over here, picked up by Owen Hill. Now Patterson takes the shot, saved by Martin. Chase Martin got a big cheer from all the Allegany supporters that made the trip up to Logan Field. That you can definitely notice the yellow and blue in the crowd as they're making their presence felt here, as they're trying to watch their team potentially win a championship. Chido in transition, low rip, and he scores! What a shot from Jason Chido. Making something out of nothing to give Tonawanda their 10th goal of the game. And how about this play from Chido? Spins into the middle, one-handed roll into the net.
Now Tonawanda can make this that goal really frustrating if they come back and put another one in. You know, a cheap goal. You know, not a pretty goal, but Tonawanda can capitalize here. It's a different game.
Absolutely. Braves needing to string a few together here if they want to make the comeback. This could be a good man to do so, as Grennan denied here by Martin. Storos having some trouble with the loose ball, does get control, enough to get it up for George on the far side, who will get it into safe territory and avoid the 8-second call. Kobe Whitcomb matched up here with Jensen. Whitcomb leaves it for Atwood. Atwood takes a low rip, saved by Lazor. Push in the middle, no whistle here. Loose ball scooped up by the Braves. Ian Dolak has it. Dolak finds Hill. 3-on-1 here. Baker Printup scores! Big goal for Kent Baker Printup as he gets Tonawanda's 11th, and just like that, it's a 2-goal game.
Prime example right there, right? Took them 2 possessions after that, the ugly goal. They come back, put the ball in the net. As you can hear the bench right now, they're on it. They're all over it.
That is for sure. The shots 43-38 in favor of the Braves as Kent Baker Printup gets that goal. As we had the goalie water break on the floor, get another look at it. And Kent, somebody that is a former Tomahawk.
Yes, he is.
Somebody I'm sure you know pretty well throughout your time. Tell me, a bit about him and how he is as a player.
Oh my gosh, as a player, as a human being, just everything. I got to coach him in Niagara Lake again when he was 16, 17 years old, and just kind of player you want on the team, right? Great leader.
Absolutely, looking to lead the Braves back in this game. Amos Whitcomb trying to help out the Arrows as he's denied by Lazor. Pass picked up here by D'Amico as he'll flip it over to Waylon Abrams on the far side. Tonawanda looking to keep their season alive here and force game number 6. That would be this Thursday at the Allegany Community Center, but it's going to take some work here for the Braves. Pass into the middle. Who's going to come away with it? Waylon fighting for it. Ends up with Homer. Got to get a shot off here as it'll give Tonawanda a reset, saying Allegany had possession. That's a big call here for the Braves. Didn't have to force a quick shot. Instead, get to hold it and work the full 30. Now Gates looking for a shot here. Has some room. Takes the shot. Blocked in front.
Nice soak. Nice soak by the defender.
Absolutely. As that is expected at this time of the year, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Black and blue.
Here's Cloutier on a break. He scores! You cannot allow Chris Clutch Cloutier to have a break like that. He will make you pay 9 times out of 10, just like he does right there, his 4th of the game. And there you'll see Cloutier just in plenty of space, and it's almost just too easy for somebody like that.
And if you notice that little slight hesitation when he brought the stick up to shoot, he just kind of stopped it and freezes the goalie,
Can do a lot to throw off the netminder, especially when you're one-on-one like Chris Cloutier was. His 18th goal of the finals, without a doubt, the finals MVP if the Allegany Arrows can get this game to the finish line. Baker Printup passes it in. Terry with a low rip, saved by Martin. Martin outlets, connects on the far side. Atwood has that one bounce off his stick and go over and back. Tough break there for the Arrows on the unforced turnover. Here's Zach Belter in the attacking zone here. Working on Atwood. Want to move the ball here. Belter sticking with it. Flips it to Terry. Terry looking for the shot. Takes it. Blocked in front. Ball picked up by Baker Printup. Now Abrams onto the far side. Terry, toe drag, gets in front. Saved by Martin. Great effort there from Zach Terry, but a better save made by Chase Martin to keep the lead at 3. Anderson having some trouble with it on the far side. Tied up with Jensen and Braley Abrams. And Jensen able to get control. Now Dolak looking to get up the floor. Dolak does. Still looking to pass it off, and he finds Corey Becker. Former Halifax Thunderbird, Corey Becker. Tosses to Gates Abrams. Penalty coming up against Allegany. Abrams takes a shot, blocked in front. Who was that soaked that one? Might have been, I think it was Jensen for Allegany. as he took one for the team. Kobe Whitcomb takes the penalty, which we should get to see here. Holding will be the call. Actually going to be a look at Terry's attempt at goal. And this might be the look at the penalty, as Kobe just tied up with Brayley Abrams and Cam Seneca. And there you'll see the call. Tonawanda back on the power play. Braves got to capitalize here. Gates Abrams over to Grennan. Overhand shot misses high. Loose ball picked up. Waylon Abrams misses the pass. Baker Printup chasing after it in the corner. Taylor forcing him up against the boards. Waylon picks it up. Next with Gates. Gates rips his short side, misses. Rebound picked up. Shot on, but not in time. Shot clock violation. Ball to Allegany. Fraser breaking forward. Stopped by Lazor. Good chance there for Allegany with Chase Fraser streaking forward up the floor, but Jake Lazor with a huge save to keep the deficit at 3. Tosses it up. Terry. Hill. Abrams. Baker Printup. Flips it. Patterson. Stopped by Martin. Another big save for Chase Martin as he continues what has been a torrid postseason for him. Anderson looking for the shot. Ball knocked free. Good late stick check there to knock that ball free and deny Darius Anderson of the goal-scoring opportunity. Approaching 10 minutes to go and 30 seconds remaining in the Kobe Whitcomb penalty. Tonawanda trails 14-11 here in game number 5. Waylon Abrams stopped on that shot without a win here for Allegany. Will seal the deal, and they'll be crowned champions. Tonawanda needs a win to keep their season alive. Waylon Abrams shot deflects up out of play. Caught a piece of the stick, but not the ball. Now the official going to overturn it and keep possession here with Tonawanda. Grennan. Baker Printup takes a quick shot, misses wide. Loose ball scooped up by Terry. Low rip, and he scores! Right as the penalty expires, Zach Terry buries the low sweeping shot to make this a 2-goal game. And here you'll see KBP's initial shot that goes wide. Terry scoops up the loose ball and has a nice low shot that beats Chase Martin. And how about this rip from the South Carolina boy, Zach Terry?
That was a great seal by Waylon. Seal the top guy and come right over top. Hands are free, wide open.
Waylon is very good at giving those seals as well. Without it, there is no goal, and that's one of those assists that won't show up on the stat sheet, but is so important to the goal scoring as Terry gets his 2nd of the game, 4th of the finals. Maybe that is just what he needed to start heating up. Hill with a shot saved by Martin. Martin gets his own rebound off the boards and will outlet to Rudy George. George has Cloutier going over the middle, looking to use his speed to get past Seneca, but Cam Seneca slows him down. Penalty coming up against Tonawanda as Cam Seneca all over Chris Cloutier. Lane Smith tosses to Miller. Back for Smith, has some room. Over to Cloutier. Now Fraser takes a shot, saved by Lazor. And it'll be a slashing call going against Nathan Grennan, as he will now sit for 2 or less. And that is his 2nd penalty of the game, and not the guy you want off the floor, as he can really provide a jolt offensively for Tonawanda.
Yeah, again, off ball slash or changing, that's a tough penalty to take.
Especially 3rd period of a championship game down by 2.
Exactly.
Zach Miller over to Cloutier. He'll play catch. Now Fraser has some room, takes a shot, just misses. Great chance. Smith trying to take it out of the crease. The Brave picked up their stick to try and scoop up the ball. Smith went for it and nearly cashed in. As Tonawanda a bit lucky there. Braves in the attacking zone. Waylon Abrams takes an outsider rip that bounces wide. Anderson, under no pressure, will pick up the loose ball. Amos Whitcomb still looking for his first goal of the game. He's had 7 in this final series as the Great Dane Amos Whitcomb. Miller looking down low, can't find the pass. Miller once again stopped here by Lazor. Loose ball picked up by Jonathan. Good work by Jonathan getting into some open space. Now he'll look to run. Kelvin Jonathan, the youngster, breaking forward. 3-on-2 developing. Seneca takes an outside rip, deflects on the way. Braley Abrams with it behind the net. Bounces it for Kelvin Jonathan. As 2 of the Braves youngsters trying to kill some time here. Into the middle. Braley scores! What a time for that goal. Coming from Braley Abrams, the man they call Brizzle Sprouts, gets his first of the game.
How many times I've seen that through the year, Junior B's, those 2 guys. Those guys are peanut butter and jelly on the floor. They just find each other.
Great connection between Kelvin Jonathan and Braley Abrams. And how about the work by Kelvin Jonathan throughout that whole possession, getting the ball to safe territory, getting it up, creating an initial 3-on-2, sticking with it, feeding it in for Braley Abrams, who buries it. Now Lazor looking to move the ball, sends it long right to his goalie counterpart, Chase Martin, who says, "Thank you very much. I'll toss it over to Dana Ray."
That was a Hail Mary in lacrosse, sir.
A lacrosse Hail Mary this time didn't quite work out as Miller over to Cloutier, stopped here by Lazor. Smith gets the rebound onto the far side. Kobe Whitcomb. Miller, penalty has expired. Miller scores!
Another bounce shot.
Another bounce shot. This time coming from Zach Miller right as the penalty expires. Allegany gets the goal back as Zach Miller rips it home. Does a good job to create space on the defender Belter. That low skip shot beats Lazor for the 15th Arrows goal of the game. That is
just hoping my offense is watching this in Tuscarora Junior B. All the bounce shot goals, you know, they're doing a really good job. Both teams are.
It's one thing when you tell them to do it. It's another thing when they see it happen live, right?
We tell them videos don't lie, right?
Exactly.
And we use yours a lot too. I appreciate what you guys do, Blue Squatch.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you as well, Randy. As love having you here on commentary with me as Gates Abrams knocked to the floor. Loose ball battle here along the near boards. 17 on the shot clock for Tonawanda. Whistles being blown here as the ball will go to Allegany on a big call there. The Arrows hold a slim 2-goal lead with just over 6 minutes remaining. If Allegany can get this game to the finish line, they will be crowned. Be heading back to the President's Cup. Heavy slash there from Lazor, drops Fraser onto the ground. No call yet. Atwood with a shot saved by Lazor. That big wooden stick of Jake Lazor came down and caught Fraser hard on the arm. He will head off as he is clearly in some discomfort. That is not this stage of the game.
I don't know what a high stick is in this league, but that was pretty close.
That one, holy stick from Jake Lazor, could have been a call. I think the Arrows bench might have a case. As Zach Terry looking to get to the front of the net here, but he's dropped to the floor. Ball up top. Waylon Abrams stopped by Martin. Loose ball scooped up by George. He's going to go on a run here. George gets into some open space. 2-on-2. Now a 2-on-3 is George going to be chased after here. Splits the D. Gets the pass off, but Taylor wisely slows things down and doesn't force anything. Watts thought about the shot, goes for the pass instead. Smith has it in the corner. Smith looking to step in. Being defended well by Becker. Over to Watts, who is stopped by Jake Lazor. As Tonawanda starting to get into desperation mode now. Under 5 to go, down by 2. Braves got to win to keep their season alive. Waylon Abrams, stopped by Martin. Nearly squeaking past Chase Martin, but the goaltender sticks that big stick in there to bat it wide to keep the lead at 2. Hill trying to create the chance here, but is stopped by Martin. Penalty coming up against Allegany, and that is a big call here late in this game that'll send Tonawanda to the power play.
Guy up the floor. You can't give him because you got no help down low, right? So you got to push him up the floor where your help is at.
That's a good point. Owen Hill just trying to make something out of nothing on that possession. Draws the penalty and gets the Braves power play back on the floor. Randy, from a coach's perspective, is this a must score here?
Oh, no doubt, yeah. It's also a must not let them score and the man down. That would be a...
Those shorthanded goals in this game from both sides, but you are exactly right. One here for Allegany might just be the backbreaker. As Martin makes his way back to the net, 4:19 remaining here in the third period of play. We got over 500 of you tuning in. Thank you so very much for your support. As Patterson, right off the start here, sends a horrible pass into the corner. Thankfully, Waylon Abrams able to save the day. Now Gates goes over. Skip pass here, doesn't connect. Baker print up, chasing after it, pushed into the boards, no whistle. Pass thrown away. Picked up here by the Arrows. Flipped forward. Cloutier has some trouble holding on to it. Ball booted around and goes into the safe stick of Anthony Patterson, who will send it forward. Patterson heads off for Grennan. And now Terry. And some whistles being blown here as behind the play, Kent Baker Printup did something the official didn't like. Apologies, I missed that one.
Playoff, you don't really keep your whistle in, right? Unless it's really bad.
What might be starting to happen here, as I think both teams thinking the officials got the whistles in their pockets, but we'll have to see. Got to make sure you keep control, even though it is the last 3 minutes and 33 seconds here of game number 5 in the Can-Am Championship. Ball into the far side. Terry into the middle. KBP. Skip pass for Grennan. Has it. Shot blocked in front. Big soak there from the Arrows as they prevented that one from getting on target. Martin with a bounce pass that connects with Taylor on the far side. Fraser, good to see him back out there and 100% to finish out this game. You know, it's going to take an awful lot to get number 63 in blue off the floor in these big games. Here's Fraser, matched up with Becker. Behind the back for Cloutier, stopped by Lazor. Oh my goodness, those two in sync, and it nearly paid off for the Arrows. Tonawanda really starting to feel the desperation now. Gates Abrams will run a little hidden ball with Waylon, who has it. Now Gates, emerge from the Arrows faithful, bounces it, stopped by Martin. Loose ball battle, who's gonna come away with it? Who wants it more? It's Jimerson who flips it forward. Jesse Jimerson, the captain, leading by example, coming up with a clutch ground ball, but it will give possession, will go back to Tonawanda as the penalties have expired. Gates Abrams with it in the middle. Pass doesn't connect. Waylon's got to chase after it in the corner. Waylon looking for an option. Trying to find KBP. Pass deflected by Ray as he knocks him to the ground. Terry with it. Matched up on Jimerson. Terry goes to Hill. Wide. Chance again, goes high. Third attempt, stopped by Martin. And now some words being exchanged between Chase Martin and Waylon Abrams as the ball will stay with Tonawanda. Braves haven't had a ton of great looks, but they've got 6 guys out there now. This is the chance. Shot on, just wide of the net from Patterson. Gates Abrams not going to be able to get to it. Ball bounces out of play. Lazor's got to hustle back in the net. Taylor has the ball. Taylor Sends it over to Amos Whitcomb, and now whistles being blown here as some commotion in the middle of the floor. And Xavier Taylor will head to the penalty box. As I think it's an unsportsmanlike penalty going against Xavier Taylor. I could hear our official saying running his mouth.
Well, the reason why he's running his mouth, we didn't blow it in. You know, the ball, the fastest game on 2 feet, that ball should have been blown right in.
It's a good point there, Randy, as Taylor upset, but he's got to be upset from the penalty box as there is a minute 33 left. Unless Tonawanda can get one here, he'll end the game in the sin bin. 56-50 the shots in favor of the Braves as Lazor back in the net. So we are 5-on-4 for now. Gates Abrams has it, misses wide. Loose ball behind the net, but Storos, who had no interest in playing the ball, played the man and drove Braley into the boards. And possession will stay with Tonawanda as Nathan Grennan tells Leo Storos. And there you get to see it. Leo just grabs on, no rule. As here with a minute 16 left, Tonawanda has the ball down by 2. Anthony Patterson tosses it over to Owen Hill. Back for Patterson. Ball pops out of his stick. Not the time for that. We've seen that a few times from Patterson in these finals. Can't have it here this late in the game. Patterson with it now. Goes over to Hill. Good look there from Hill, but he misses wide. Ball goes into the corner. Abrams flips it back for Braley Abrams, but a shot clock violation gives the ball to Allegany. Bad time to have that shot clock violation as Allegany only 40 seconds away now. Fraser, his Petcombe able to save the day though. Slow things down here. Whitcomb not wanting to do that. Goes to Cloutier, who misses wide, but the ball will stay with Allegany as it was a call on Becker that will give the Arrows the chance to run this clock down to 0. 29 seconds left in this game. Cloutier just trying to kill as much time as he can. Mucking it up in the corner. Tonawanda's got to get it back. 15 seconds remain. Chase Martin cheering on the Allegany faithful, telling them to get loud. He might have to make one more save, though. The Braves got to go quick. It's not looking like they're going to have enough time here. No urgency coming from Tonawanda as they know this is over. Allegany, get ready to celebrate. From here, the Allegany Arrows are Can-Am champions. The Arrows are going back to the President's Cup.
And you mentioned it earlier with Goa. You know, he's a mature, knows when he's off, you know, and he pulled himself, right? And Chase came up, he stood on his head.
How about the play of Chase Martin coming in relief? I'm glad you mentioned that, Randy, because he did one heck of a job for the Arrows tonight.
Yep, gave the momentum back to Allegany.
Absolutely that, and I really think that one big shorthanded goal from Chris Cloutier got them going in the right direction, and once that ball got rolling, like you said, they were downhill, and it just kept on rolling.
Yeah, it's tough to stop those two guys, Fraser and Cloutier, and Allegany starts going downhill with the offense.
They are a great unit led by their all-time great head coach, Billy Smith, assisted by Zed Williams, another young great, and Carl Kettle as well, as they will enjoy this moment and celebrate as champions. On the other side of the floor, it is, of course, a tough scene here for Tonawanda. Their best season in team history does come to an end floor. And, you know, Randy, it's always so hard for a team to lose in a series, especially on your home floor. Just, you know, tell me a little bit, the best you can, what you think these guys are feeling right now.
Well, kind of too soon.
Yeah.
We got swept by the War Chiefs, which is, you know, coached by Darius and Kent and but they, I know exactly what Tonawanda's feeling. You know, just the emptiness, and you look back at the season, but they were here, right? They were here at the championship level, and it was a great lacrosse game.
Absolutely. It was a great lacrosse game and a great series as well. The Arrows will take it 4-1 as we get to see the best part about this game, the handshakes.
Yes, yep.
The show of sportsmanship and the show of respect. These two teams were battling it out tooth and nail from the first whistle to the very last. And so good, so glad to see the sportsmanship and the professionalism from everyone out there, as Tonawanda will fall here tonight, 15-13 the final, as we will get ready to head down and do some post-game interviews in a few moments here as the handshake line wraps up. Before we do head down, want to give all you folks a look here at an updated Can-Am Championship history. That is the first look at it. The Allegany Arrows have went back-to-back. It's now official. The Arrows are the first team since the 2019 and 22 Haudenosaunee Bucks to go back-to-back in the Can-Am Lacrosse League. So happy for them and all those folks down there. They have a championship and a winner for so many years, but not anymore. The Arrows are the Can-Am's best once again.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Blue Squatch and everybody that's part of it. What you guys do for this game and for our territories is just exactly what our kids needed. You know, we right from the minors all the way up, the videos and getting their names out there. You know how much it means to a 12, 10-year-old kid to go on TV and watch them. Oh my gosh, I'm just so grateful you guys being part of this.
Thank you very much, Randy. I really appreciate that. I love being a part of it. It truly is an honor and a privilege, as we will send it down to Mark Brandt for the presentation of the championship.
One fantastic series. If we could have a round of applause for both teams, please. If we could have the captain for a round come over. Really?
Talk.
Yeah, no, you did great. Once we got going.
Yeah. Mixing well.
If you ever want to do it again, let us know. I'd love to.
Unfortunately, the championship's over tonight. It is still getting repaired. It will be ready tomorrow at a shop in Salamanca. So you will get it first thing tomorrow. Both you teams, thank you so much for a fantastic season. Allegany, we look forward to seeing you in Whitby. And give it your best, guys. I know you will. Thank you.
Gotcha. I'm just going to do a quick bracket for a minute because they're going to and everything. So.
While you're just going to intermission. See if you can.
You run this though, and then when you're down on the floor, I'll be back on.
Yeah.
I guess you could turn that camera off because
Yeah.
it's turning the scoreboard.
They turned that. Well, I don't think they wanted to get the picture.
You want to capture this?
Yes, please. As we say thank you to the Commissioner Mark Brandt, presented the Can-Am Championship banner. Unfortunately, no trophy as it is still under repairs from the events of last season's championship. Take their team picture, everybody included. You just love to see that, as Allegany once again on top in the Can-Am Lacrosse League. I don't believe we had an official finals MVP announcement, but I think there is only one man that would get that award, and that is Chris Cloutier. 18 goals for him in the finals, simply dominant, and there was just no answer for the man they call Clutch, Chris Cloutier, as the banner will be passed through the fence to the fans. They get to get a feel of it and enjoy it, as that will be hanging in the Allegany Community Center forever. Before we step with, want to give everybody a look here at the finished Can-Am Lacrosse League playoff bracket. The Allegany Arrows have done it. They have won their second straight championship 4-1 here as they take down the Braves in 5 games, and they are advancing to the President's Cup. They got a date up in Whitby, Ontario, as they will be the Can-Am Lacrosse League's representative at the Prezi. Getting ready to head down for some post-game interviews. Looks like we have Zed Williams coming up here shortly, as I will head on down and get ready for it here on Blue Squatch Productions.
Where's the deal? This thing?
Yeah, it's different. All right.
Zed, Cloutier.
You running that?
Yep.
Can you listen on those?
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, times.The Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them that Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at times.The Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Ramsey Group and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given the Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21 and do it responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd.
Trevor Butts here with Zed Williams from the Allegany Arrows, and Zed, their second straight Can-Am Lacrosse League championship. Tell me how great that feels.
Yeah, it always feels good to win. At the same time, there's a sense of, kind of one of hats off to them. They played extremely hard. They brought a lot out of us, which is really good for us, hopefully in the long run. But at the same time, it feels good to win. It always does. But at the same time, when you win, it just, what's next? What's next? What next? So I think a lot of guys have that mindset.
The Arrows are thinking about what's next. That's the President's Cup. But talking more about this game, something I noticed, there were a lot of shorthanded goals coming, especially from Allegany in this one. Tell me, what's it like for you as an offensive guy and now an offensive coach here with this team to see so much of that?
Yeah, it just, when you're short, it takes everyone, right? It takes D to stop the man up. It takes the D to clear the ball. It takes the guys sprinting to the bench so we can come off the bench faster, and then hopefully have take advantage of a step or two. So that's what it comes down to. So I think it's a whole team effort.
And now you guys made the goaltender change, brought Chase Martin into the game. He played excellent, just like he has done all postseason long. Just what is it like for you guys to know that you can make that change and turn the game on a dime like that?
Yeah, so Goa gave us 2 great games, and as the game was going, it's not Goa's fault, but at the same time, we just needed a little spark, and Chase did that for us. He did exactly what he's there for, and the same thing vice versa too, right? So those guys have a great relationship, and
thank our sponsor for tonight's game, times.The Depot, located at 390.
Stay tuned as we got some more coming up here shortly on Blue Squatch Productions.
10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them that Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at times.The Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Ramsey Group and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all the support he has given the Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the 2025 Akron High School varsity team, Section 6 back-to-back champions 2 years in a row, and Gary Sundown. Congratulations. Thank you very much for the sponsorship. We'd also like to take a moment and recognize our first responders for all they do in the community. Thanks to all of our sponsors, and please support your local teams and sponsors.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Basin Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them the Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at Basin Bud Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Grams Approved and honor the memory of all the support he has given to Blue Squatch and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the 2025 Akron High School varsity team, Section 6 back-to-back champions 2 years in a row, and Gary Sundown. Congratulations. Thank you very much for the sponsorship. We'd also like to take a moment and recognize our first responders for all they do in the community. Thanks to all of our sponsors, and please support your local teams and sponsors.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Tuscarora Nation.
Joel Watson, Whitby, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda.
Nelson Logan, Tonawanda.
Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda. Jason Chado, Hamburg, New York. Tyler Shonton, I'm a Cookie House. Zach Belter, Wheatfield. Bailey Abrams, Tonawanda.
Waylon Abrams, Council House.
Cameron Seneca, Seneca Falls. Jake Lazar, Possessor. Danny Jimerson, I'm from Tonawanda. Ian Dolak, West Seneca, New York. Calvin Jonathan, Tonawanda.
Owen Hill from the box.
Vader, Rochester, New York.
My name's Keem Nanum, and I'm from Tonawanda.
Hey, Anthony D'Amico, Boston, New York.
I'm Zachary Terry, and I'm from Fort Mill, South Carolina.
My name is Stu Sundown. I'm from the Tonawanda Seneca Reservation, and I play for the Tonawanda Braves. Corey Becker, Niagara Falls, New York.
Mason Ulmer from Onondaga.
My name's Avery. I'm from Tonawanda Briefs. Gates Abrams, and I'm from down below.
Tony Henderson, Tonawanda.
Mike Small, number 4. Onondaga, play for Tonawanda Braves.
Nathan Grennan, the Bruce Johnston, Village of Akron.
Roger Hill, Tonawanda Braves.
Lee Abrams, Tonawanda Braves.
Jake Havermill, Tonawanda Braves 18.
Les Brown, Tonawanda Braves. Art Jonathan, Tonawanda Braves. Go Braves.
We'd like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, Basin Bud Depot, located at 393 Bloomingdale Road in Akron, New York. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., so stop in if you're 21 and older and check out their wide selection of products. Lots of options, great prices, and even better staff. So stop in today and make sure to tell them the Blue Squatch sent you. Huge thank you to TT and the whole gang at Basin Bud Depot for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to thank Grams Approved and honor the memory of Woody Seneca for all and the Tonawanda Braves. Thank you very much. If you're in the Seneca Falls area, check them out. Over 21, enjoy responsibly.
We would like to thank our sponsor for tonight's game, D3 Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety.
Here with Chris Kluche from the victorious Allegany Arrows. And Chris, you were a little slow to start in the first period, but once you got rolling, you were really rolling all downhill from there. Just tell us, what it's like for you and this team once they get going.
Yeah, that's kind of been our Achilles heel this year. In the games that we come out slow, we end up, giving and we dig ourselves into a hole. But luckily enough, we rallied behind each other, rallied behind Goa, and we're able to, pull it out at the end.
You had a huge shorthanded goal that I felt like really turned the tide in this game, seemed to just get all the momentum in your team's favor. Just tell me, what you're thinking during that play and what you're thinking once you see that ball go in.
Yeah, when you're down in a game, you can never start forcing it. You gotta let the game still come to you. And I just knew that, my shot. If I keep getting shots, eventually they're gonna fall. So stay the course, don't get down on myself, and keep shooting and trusting my teammates that they're gonna find me and I'm gonna find them. And when I do, they're gonna put it away.
You have been finding the back of the net more than anybody in this series. I got to take a quick look. 18 is where you had in this 5-game series. That is simply remarkable. You are our unofficial finals MVP. Congratulations. And just tell me, what does it mean for you to just always make sure that you're coming up big and sparking your team?
Yeah, no, I'm not really doing anything special. I'm playing my game. The guys are working to get me open. And, I'm getting those shots hands-free thanks to my teammates. And, luckily they're going, and luckily I was able to shoot the ball pretty well.
When I talked with Zed Williams, he said you guys are a group that is almost always just focused on what's next, the next task ahead. Well, that is the President's Cup. This is a group that went there last year. You were among that team that was on the President's team last year. Tell me, how that experience is going to help you and help your team this go-around.
Yeah, last year was the first time, this team's ever been, and, we kind of just were dipping our feet in the water. I don't think anyone expected us to even do as well as we did. And, now we know that, we have what it takes to get it done. So we're going to go in with a newfound confidence this year, and that extra experience helps as well. And, hopefully put up a good fight at the President's Cup.
The Arrows took home a bronze medal last year. They'd love to get even better here this year, and they got a great squad. Chris, thank you so very much for your time, and best of luck at the Prezi.
Thank you.
As we will step aside once again, going to work on maybe one more post-game interview here on Blue Squatch Productions.
Real quick, go Firewolves.
Nutrition. With a shop located at 425 Bloomingdale Road in Basin, New York, they offer a variety of delicious drinks to keep you hydrated, full, and energized. So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
Who are you? Where are you from?
Kenton Prenout, Tuscarora Nation.
Cole Watson, Whitby, Ontario.
Brett Logan, Tonawanda.
Nelson Logan, Tonawanda. Taylor Jensen, Rochester.
Wayne Abrams, Tonawanda.
Trevor Butts here on the floor with Brayley Abrams from the Tonawanda Braves. And Brayley, I know the season is now over, but it was a great season for Tonawanda. And just tell me what this ride was like for you.
It was awesome, being first year Senior B player. It was just an experience that was awesome for me, just to be around guys that are in the league, like Belter and Grennan and Taylor. They've got to where I want to be, so.
getting an opportunity to learn from those guys, as you mentioned, that's got to be invaluable for a young player like yourself, right?
Yeah, being around guys like that, it's a learning experience. You take a lot from, Belter's a big defensive guy, Grennan's a big offensive guy, so you have two different perspectives on the floor, so it's just cool to see how they play the game.
Now, you mentioned it's your first year playing Senior B. You did play Junior B for the Tonawanda Braves team. They unfortunately did not win the championship, but you were picked up by the Seneca War Chiefs to go to the Founders Cup. Tell everybody, watching at home, how excited you were once you got that call.
It was awesome because I've been to the Founders Cup before, so I know what it takes and I know how the Canadian teams play, and we're just looking to go out there and put on a show.
Looking to bring a gold medal back home,
sir.
Of course, Braley Abrams, best of luck to you at the Founders, and hopefully we see you back out here for Tonawanda next year.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Trevor. Thank you very much, Braley, for your time as we will wrap things up here from Logan Field. I have been Trevor Butts saying so long. Charity Beecher, another great camera op. We've had Tori Sly Butts in there as well, Rob Harrigan, Evan Tringali, some of our other great camera operators, and our producer, Greg Beecher. He does it all behind the scenes. Thank you to him. And of course, my color commentator, how can I forget Randy Chrysler? Thanks to him for joining us as well. We will now sign off for the final time this season. I have been Trevor Butts saying so long and thank you for watching.
So stop in to check out all they have to offer. You can also catch them at Logan Field this Sunday, August 3rd at the Tonawanda Seneca Nation Field Day. So make sure you stop in and tell them Blue Squatch sent you. Also, follow their Facebook at D3 Nutrition. Huge thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game.
We would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the 2025 Akron High School varsity team, Section 6 back-to-back champions 2 years in a row, and Gary Sundown. Congratulations. Thank you very much for the sponsorship. We'd also like to take a moment and recognize our first responders for all they do in the community. Thanks to all